Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we're replacing these. God, these things are huge. What are you, a Dodge Ram? Really? Anyways, we're replacing these mirrors with some block-off plates, specifically the NRC integrated turn signals.
Get out the way, you got a watch, you got the time, I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, I got talk. That is real cheap, but it's really go close. I'm trying to get these ends.
So you're gonna need 3 separate tools for the job. To start off with, you're gonna need a Torx T25. You're gonna need a box end wrench, 10mm. And don't quote me on this, a hex key, 3.5 or 4mm. Not too sure. I'm pretty sure this is a 3.5. Doesn't have markings on it, but a hex key of some sorts. All right, so to start this off, we're gonna need to take off these 4 Torx T25 screws, all right here, and take the windshield off. Hey, you. Yeah, you. If you could, like this video for the algorithm. And if you remember from my windshield install video, don't lose these bolts because you'll be reusing them. The top 2 are the only ones that have these plastic protectors on them, so keep those at the top of the windshields. Pop your windshield off. And put this in a safe place. Next thing you're going to want to do, and BMW made this very simple for track racers, so all you got to do, pull up right here, then take this off, and this exposes your 2 wires for the turn signals. They're just standard clip-in plugs, I guess you can call them, so just pull those out and set them to the side. So like I said, BMW made this super easy for track day riders that want to take their mirrors off. Super simple process. You saw how quick that was. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find these 2 screws right here. They are 10mm. So once you're getting ready to take your screw out, put that to the side, make sure you don't lose it. The fairing will be ready to come apart right here. So take the wire out and just push it through the fairing right there. And of course, do the same thing for the opposite side. Now, it'd be a good idea if you want, this is probably just me being extra, just clean up your fairings right here. Like I said, I'm probably just being extra, but I like to do this because I don't really like a dirty bike, so it's up to you. All right, so the first thing you're gonna notice once you grab your integrated turn signal is you're gonna notice that the bracket may not be lined up to the frame of the bike. So go ahead and bend your bracket because like I said, when I first got it, it was kind of, everything was lined up here, and it was kind of like this, kind of hanging off, and not, the bracket was straight essentially, so it doesn't really line up with the bike upon when you open the box and everything. So go ahead and bend your bracket to how you need it to be. Then the next thing what you want to do is route your line behind the fender and under where the original wires came from. Next thing you want to do is you can tuck these wires as best as you can. You don't necessarily have to because you're not going to see any of these wires anyway, and they're not visible once you put everything back together. So plug your turn signal back in Fix your wires as best as you can, and then grab your screws and your hardware kit. Next thing, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab your block off plate. You're going to want to grab your screw, a spacer, the plastic washer, and your end nut or bolt, whatever you want to call it. So the way these things are going to go together is you're going to want to put your washer or your plastic washer and your spacer together like this. Next thing what you're going to want to do is orient your light, and just like this, you're going to want to put the longer spacer in there first. Okay, then the washer on top, and then your block off plate, and push that through the hole. By the way, if this is not correct, I am not a certified BMW technician. I'm just going off of what looks the most right, because at this point there's no instructions anywhere on how to do any of this stuff. So this is the way that I'm gonna do it. Not saying you have to do it for your bike, but at this point in time, there is no instructions for these lights. So pop that there and put the screw through. And then you want to put your washer, your nuts at the end of it. Pause. And I believe these are 8 millimeters. 8 millimeter screw-on nuts. So grab your 8 millimeter and start screwing in the hex key. Not too tight because you still want to orient the turn signal. And that's how you install one turn signal. Let's do the other. So like I said, grab your turn signal, pop it where it's supposed to be, route the wire through the back, plug that bad boy in. You can tuck that as best as you can. Like I said, you're not going to be able to see any of these wires anyway, so do whatever you feel like with them, and they're not going to be touching anything anyway. So grab your block off plates and your hardware. So my advice to make this easy, just pop the screws in there, put the washer, the spacer, washer, spacer, and then just go ahead and orient that the way it's supposed to be. Screw everything together. And that's how you install the NRC LED integrated turn signals. Next thing you're going to want to do, of course, is to make sure everything works. That would be the best thing you can do right now. So I put on my flashers. They both clearly work. Let's try the left. So the left works, right, the right works. Flashers again. At this point, this would be the best time to find out if anything does not work, because you already put it on. You can take it off right away. You don't want to bolt everything up, then test it out, and then realize that the right side doesn't work or the left side doesn't work, and then you have to take everything back off just to do it now. Get it out of the way, just in case something does not work. So everything works. We're going to put the bike back together. So everything back in reverse order. Grab your protector right here. Make sure you have it hook in right here first. I made the mistake of just putting this through, and then I realized that my entire windshield when I was riding was like flopping around. So hook this here at the bottom first. There we go. And then push it through the grommets. So that way this part stays still. Next thing, we're going to install our windshield. So grab your grommets right here. Take those out carefully. Pop the windshield through. And then push your grommets through the windshield. Grab your Torx bolts and start screwing those in. Remember, the bolts with the plastic protectors go at the top. And like I said, you may have to push down right here to get the screws to line up. That's just if you have a newer windshield. Dropping stuff. And that's the NRC turn signal install. If you like today's video, hit the like button. Also subscribe and ring the notifications bell. That way every time I drop a new video, you'll be the first to know. We've got a lot more stuff to put onto this beautiful bike. Stay tuned.